going to be a doozy to write solely because it's word problems. Like we have to write the words to do the word problems. So it's not a ton of notes, but it is just because it's a lot of writing of the examples. So let's get right down into it. You will be fine, I promise. So example number 1, I'll try to make them short and sweet. We are going to find the number when you multiply. You're going to find the number when you multiply it by 4 and subtract 7 from that product. You get 25. When you multiply a number by 4, subtract 7, you get 25. So think about this. It says multiplying a number by 4, so what's that going to look like? Go with 4x. And subtracting 7, that would be minus 7. You're going to get 25, so that's going to be equal to 25. Now we're going to solve this, right? So it's just a two-step equation. It shouldn't be too bad, right? This goes here. This is what I want to solve. So what's the inverse of minus 7? Plus 7 on both sides. That goes away. So I have 4x equals 32. I want to get x alone, so I divide by 4. And so x equals 8. So a number that when multiplied by 4 and subtracted 7, 8 times 4 is 32, minus 7 is in fact 25. Let's try number 2. We are going to find the number that when we divide it by 4 and subtract 3 from the quotients, from that division, you get 13. So we're going to find a number that when we divide it by 4, so we're going to take a number, we are going to divide it by 4, right? Sorry, I forgot to subtract 3, my bad. Then we are going to subtract 3, and that is going to get us 13. So again, if we solve that, think about how we solve these, right? How do you solve equations? Well, draw my line, my barrier, and then let's isolate that letter, right? Let's isolate that variable. The inverse of minus 3 would be plus 3 on both sides. That goes away, leaving me with n over 4. 13 plus 3 is 16. What operation is happening in between the 4 and the 16? It's being divided, so the inverse would be timesing by 4 on both sides. That cancels out, leaving me with n. And 16 times 4 is 64. And that's our first two answers. You got this.